Hi, good morning, Facebook friends. Hope everybody's having a happy Tuesday so far. So it's Tuesday, so it's a day for my Nerdy Tuesday talk. So today, I'm going to talk about reflux. Obviously, this subject is near and dear to my heart because my youngest son, Pete, well, I actually had two kids with reflux. Pete's was just worse. So, when Pete was a baby, we always had to put him in his car seat to sleep at the base of our bed because he would do this grunting in the night and he didn't sleep well. And we just thought it was weird. We just thought it was something that he did. And he was silently refluxing and we didn't know, which is scary because I think it probably leads to SIDS. But anyway, so he was silently refluxing and it was resulting in aspiration pneumonia. He was constantly sick and in and out of the hospital. You guys have probably heard this story. And so it took us a while to figure out exactly what was going on. He had to have a swallow study in order to determine it. And we found out that it was also causing damage to, it was coming all the way up into his airway. And he was aspirating, but it was causing a delayed swallow. And so he had to be on thickened liquids for a while. He was horribly constipated. And so he was initially was placed on Zantac. It didn't work. And then he was put on omeprazole twice a day, 40 milligrams, which is a very large dose, okay? It's a big dose for an adult. And his asthma and allergy doctor had told me that he was going to be on omeprazole for the rest of his life. And even though he was on that omeprazole, and yes, maybe it tamed down that stomach acid, he always sounded gurgly. He always sounded like you wanted to reach down into his throat and just pull it out, okay? And so what was that omeprazole doing? It was changing the acidity of his stomach acid. It was not taking care of the reflux, right? It was just making it so it wasn't so acidic. So why is that bad? Because reflux medicine, you guys, over time just causes more reflux. And a lot of times people just end up on more reflux medication because over time it just doesn't work as well. So why is that bad? Well, our stomach acid is supposed to be the same pH as battery acid. Okay, that's why it hurts when it comes back up. So it's supposed to be about a 1.5. When we take reflux medication or when we eat certain foods that alters the acidity of our stomach, like pop, or other very acidic foods that change the acidity of our stomach, then our stomach acid becomes more basic, okay? It becomes more like vinegar instead of like battery acid, okay? So why do we need that acidity in our stomach? Well, we need that acidity in our stomach to break down the proteins, to activate the enzymes, to break down the proteins and amino acids that we need to heal, that we need for tissue repair and all of this stuff. Plus, we've got to break down some of that food in our stomach, because if we're not breaking it down in our stomach, then it passes down into our small intestine, and that undigested food can cause problems, okay? Because it was supposed to be broken down before it got to our stomach. So that's where we get into troubles with like autoimmune disease and IBS and all of these issues, okay? We're causing our stomach to be, our small intestine to be inflamed because this undigested food is getting down in there. So that's a problem. We need the acidity in our stomach. And so these medications that I was told that Pete would be on for the rest of his life, because we weren't taking care of the reflux, you guys. We were just changing the acidity of the stomach and, decreasing the side effects of his reflux. And so I was told he was going to be on reflux meds for the rest of his life. Well, now I realize that I was decreasing his ability of his body, of his stomach, to digest his food. And so then that over time, going into his small intestine over and over and over again, was probably going to lead to other issues later on in his life, whether that be autoimmune disease, whatever, cancer, IBS, I don't know. It's scary when I think about it because he was placed on reflux medications when he was 7 months old and told that he would be on them for the rest of his life. You guys, that is terrifying to me. I'm so thankful that he doesn't take them anymore. And so, what were the changes that we did to get him off of that? Obviously, we added Juice Plus to his life. And why did Juice Plus help? Well, because it's got, plant food in it to help us break down our food, right? It helps activate the good gut bacteria so we can digest our food. Now he's on the capsules, which is even more exciting to me because the capsules have the live enzymes that we need to help us break down our food. The other things we did is we took away those foods that were causing his reflux, like pop, Gatorade, dairy. We got him off of that stuff. I took away the processed sugars. And so those things we took out of his diet. We also helped the Juice Plus, the capsules and the Complete, helped get him to where he wasn't constipated anymore. Okay, because the true reason why we have reflux is because we're either constipated or we have irritable bowel syndrome. Something is inflammatory within the gut. We're either stopped up or we're inflamed. What's causing the reflux, right? That is what we need to fix, not the acidity in your stomach, you guys. We don't need to fix the acidity. That is supposed to be there. God gave us an acidic stomach so that we can break down proteins, okay? They're supposed to be broken down in your stomach. If you increase the pH by taking proton pump inhibitors like omeprazole, Nexium, all these stuff, then you're actually decreasing your body's ability to break down proteins. That is not the answer. You got to heal the gut. And guess what? If you've been taking them for years, if you've been taking those proton pump inhibitors and you start taking something like Juice Plus, it can actually affect your ability to break down the capsule. So you may have to open up the capsule initially and pour it in your shake because that's how much it's altered the acidity in your stomach. It's not good, okay? We got to improve that. So we healed his gut, and guess what? He doesn't have reflux anymore. Plus, he doesn't have asthma, and he's not sick all the time, which is fantastic. So just wanted to educate you guys about that. The more I learn about that, the more it terrifies me a little bit that if I hadn't opened my eyes to what I know now, he would still be on that medication, and we would be taking Pete down the road of sickness. My mom was also on reflux medications. She had the opposite problem. She had an inflamed gut, right? Certain foods would send her to the bathroom. She was on 2 reflux medications. She was told by that doctor that she is the reason why Pete has reflux, which made her feel really good, right? She's off those medications, which is awesome. Also, her asthma is much better controlled, and she doesn't get bronchitis every time she gets cold, right? So anyway, we've got to heal the gut. We've got to quit taking all of these medications that are just changing the acidity of our stomach and the acid that we need. And, and if you think about it one step further, if you are not breaking down those proteins within your gut, amino acids are what we use for tissue repair, not just in our muscles, but also our connective tissue, like the lining of our gut, our heart, just our ligaments, our tendons, all of that stuff. That's amino acids that are so important for tissue repair. Well, if we're not breaking down our food inside of our gut and allowing those amino acids to be broken down, then we're not allowing ourselves to repair. Okay, so hi Crystal, and Sweet Pete is at school and healthy and happy. So, okay guys, have a great day. I do have one more message, but I don't know if I should wait till Tuesday, next Tuesday, or put it out today. But maybe you guys will have some input on that. All right, love you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your family, and just go live life to the fullest. All right, love you guys.